Hi guys, I'm Danica Ferrante from beautyscraps.com, and today I want to share an alternative card idea for using this month's paper pumpkin kit. I made a ton of the cards as they're designed, and this month we got so many extra bits and pieces to play with afterward. So in my last video I shared another alternative card idea, a way to use up your scraps. And I've got another idea in mind for today to make a Christmas card using the leftover leaves. I'm really excited about it. I haven't tried it out yet, so I hope it turns out cute. I'm gonna take you along the designing journey with me. But before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys know about the promotion going on this month for Paper Pumpkin. If you've never given Paper Pumpkin a try before and you're ready to get in on the fun, you can get your first kit for 50% off, less than $10. It's an awesome deal. You just have to sign up by September 10th to get September's kit and use the promo code that I'll have in the description box below. There's lots of awesome perks of being a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. You can shop in my online store for past kits that you missed out on, and I also like to give special anniversary gifts to my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So at your 3, 6, and 12-month anniversaries with Paper Pumpkin, I send out a little thank you gift to you from me to show my appreciation for you choosing me as your demonstrator. I love sharing ideas using these kits with you guys, and I just want to send you a little thank you for choosing to subscribe with me. So if you're interested in doing that, there's a link in the description box below. There's also a link where you can contact me if you have questions about anything, and there'll be a link to a blog post on my website where I'll share a list of all the materials that I used to create this card today, because I am pulling in some things from my stash, and I think I'm going to use some paper that's actually on the clearance rack right now. So that's an awesome deal. It's while supplies last. So you've got to head over if you want to pick that up too. But I'll have links to everything over on my blog. But let's get started. So this is the instruction booklet that comes with the August Paper Pumpkin kit. So it shows you all the projects on the front that you can create just as the kit is designed to do. I actually did a lot of them just as the kit is designed, but you actually do have like a lot of pieces left over, especially these adorable little leaves. And when I saw them, I just thought it would be so fun to try to create like a wreath. I know it's August and a lot of people are like, Christmas? No, it's still August. But us crafters know that you gotta be prepared. You gotta start working on your Christmas projects early so you have enough time to get them all done, because really, life is busy. We are all busy. So I thought it would be fun to kind of start with a circle. I thought that would be the easiest way to make a wreath. And I actually had these circles left over from the July Paper Pumpkin kit. If you remember that one, I don't have one nearby, but I didn't use all my circles from last month's kits. But if you don't have those, you could just use a circle punch, or you could use a circle die. But I thought it would be easier to start from a circle, and that way I won't go off track. It'll stay a nice circle. So I'm just going to place down these stickers, overlapping them. So hopefully it'll look like a nice full wreath. Alright, so I'm going to add a bow to my wreath using the Holly Berry Builder Punch. So this is on page 208 in the annual catalog. This is going to be an awesome one for a ton of different Christmas cards, but I really bought it for that bow. I feel like that bow is so useful on so many different projects, not just Christmas projects. I use the bow a ton. So that's the part of this punch that I'm going to be using for the wreath. So even though this is a Christmas card, you can use that bow on so many things. So I'm just going to unlock my punch, and I've just got some scraps of real red cardstock here. And I'm gonna punch out 2 while I have this out, because if I'm happy with how this card comes out, which so far I am, I always like to make 2. I feel like once you've done the work of designing one, why not make 2? I rarely make just 1 card. I want to show you too, while I have this punch out, those are the different berries that you can punch. So there's a single berry and this kind of like triple berry. So you can, I think I can fit it in here on this corner. You know how I love to use my scraps. So you can just punch that little triple berry out, or you can punch that single berry for a tiny little circle. And tiny little circles are another thing that don't have to just be holly berries. It's a super useful part of this punch. So I'm gonna find the spot on my wreath where I started and where I ended, because that's the part that's usually like a little funny looking. If you do end up with a funny looking part, it's usually that part. And that's where I'm going to put my bow. So I'm going to put some of the glue dots that we got in the kit on there. Go a little glue dot crazy. We got a ton of these glue dots in the kit, just to make sure it's on there really well, because it is a little textured since those are stickers. And I'll put it right over the messy part. Super cute, right? So far, coming along as it was in my head. So I feel like that's super cute. You could add a sentiment and be all done for like a super simple, sweet Christmas card, which you guys know I love. And without making it overly complicated, still keeping it simple, but stepping it up a notch, we could add some designer series paper. But it's still August. You guys can't order yet from the holiday catalog. We do have some Christmas paper in the annual catalog. There'll be even more in the holiday catalog. But I also wanted to show you guys a little tip. So this is the retired Sending Love Designer Series paper stack. You guys might already have this in your stash to use. It's the Valentine's Day themed 6x6 paper stack, but it's all red and white. And you can use a lot of these patterns for your Christmas cards too. Like this one would be perfect for Christmas. This one has hearts on it, so it leans a little more Valentine's. But this one, again, is kind of just the reverse of this one. You could use that one for your Christmas cards. Oops, I flipped by too quick. Yeah, there's hearts on that side. Hearts on that side, but hearts work for Christmas too. This polka dot would be perfect. I was kind of thinking about using that one. Some designer series paper can really just like step up your card quickly and easily. So the polka dots are in the running. This one's pretty Valentine's. I really liked this one for Christmas because those kind of look like little pine cones, and I feel like the leaves go really well with the wreath. You do have some little hearts in there too, but I think that's adorable. There's also a stripe we could use, but I'm really leaning towards this one. It's a little busy, but I think it's really, really cute. I think that's the one I'm going to use. This one also is a little tiny polka dot. Let's look at that one. That's actually really sweet. Now I'm thinking I'm thinking about changing my mind, because I was gonna use this one with the white card base because this is mostly red, but now I think I'm gonna use that tiny polka dot with a red card base. Yes, that's the plan. I think that's the winner. But leave me a comment. Tell me which one you would use. And also, this paper pad, it's on the clearance rack right now. I think it's like $4 or something like that. Crazy. If I usually don't like to show these retired products in my videos if you guys can't get them, but right now it's in the clearance rack while supplies last at a steal price. So head on over to my online store and pick it up, because you'll be all set for Valentine's Day. Plus, you'll be able to use a ton of it for your Christmas cards. So I said I wanted to use products to make this card that you guys can buy now. So I picked one of our Christmas stamp sets. That is one of my favorite Christmas stamp sets that's in the annual catalog. This one's called Oh What Fun. It's been around for a couple years now. And as you can see, my set is well loved. It's a photopolymer stamp set. I feel like I've used all of them, except for maybe these top 3 and a couple, well, just this one little squiggly one. But it has a ton of Christmas greetings. So it goes with almost any Christmas project you could possibly think of. It's got a lot of different styles on it. And it's also really awesome for making tags. There's a no peeking and do not open until Christmas and a to and from. I just really, really love this set. And I also love photopolymer. One of the great things about it is you can see right through it. So I can hold up the different images to kind of try them out and see how they look. There's a From Santa that would fit in there. Happy Christmas is too big. The Wishing You a Sweet Season, it would be close, but I feel like the style is a little bit different. I feel like Jolly would fit in there really nice. But like I said, that 'Tis the Season stamp, I think, is the only one, the only sentiment anyway. I didn't use a couple of the images, but the only sentiment that I haven't used yet. So I want to use that 'Tis the Season. I feel like it goes with this card well, and I love that saying. I'm surprised I haven't used that one yet. So it also has like a little holly sprig on it, which goes really well with this project. Let me just, you can see I've been playing with this paper pumpkin a lot. I still have all those stamps mounted on my blocks. So I'm just going to put this on a clear block, and I want to make this two-toned since it does have that little holly sprig. So I'm going to stamp it with my, or sorry, ink it with my markers instead of my ink pad. So this is my Stampin' Pierce mat. This is available in my online store as well. I like to use this a lot of the times when I'm stamping with photopolymer, and I actually just cover it up with a ripped piece of grid paper and add a little washi, and then I change that out from time to time. As you can see, I've been using it with my paper pumpkin projects this month. But I'm going to use the brush tip end of my Stampin' Write markers to ink it up. So I've got my real red and my old olive, and I'm going to do the red part first because I do want most of it to be red. And the Stampin' Write markers are just a great way to get two-toned images. I'm going to lean in close to try to see where those little berries are. And I think I'm going to speed this up because I'm going to do this twice. I like to stamp it off on my grid paper first to just see how it stamps before I put it on my project, especially after all that work we just put into making that wreath, right? If I was smart, I probably would have stamped this on my circle first to make sure it was nice while I could still like flip it over if it came out poorly. But I wasn't. That's what happens when you just have an idea in your head and you're figuring it out as you're filming. So I'm going to go over this whole thing again and stamp it on my grid paper. And that came out good. I can see like a little bit of the letters are a little splotchy, so I know I'll just have to ink that up a little bit more before I do it on the real one. but I'm going to speed this up so that you guys don't have to watch me do that painstakingly again. Oh my gosh, guys, it's perfect. Well, the image is perfect. I probably stamped it just a smidge lower than I would have liked. I guess I was more stressed out about the image than I was about where I was putting it down. But it's still super cute. I'm very happy with how it came out. You can see there's a little bit of splotchiness there on the S. A slight amount that I kind of doesn't bother me that much on the T and the E. The S is the only part that does bother me, and maybe that little smidge of the line. I know I'm being super fussy, but I also want to show you a trick, because when that happens to you, and if that did come out really a lot worse than that, I can use the fine tip part of my marker to fill in those spots. So I'm just gonna, when I do that, I don't actually like trace the letters like I'm following along with the letters. I kind of just tap the pen down in sort of like a dot motion so that you can't really see any sort of pen strokes. And it really fills it in nicely. There was a little bit in the leaves too, so I'll just keep going. And those little dots will really blend it in. There you can see it really does hide those little imperfections, so it's a great little trick to have up your sleeve for those times where you don't get that perfect stamp and you don't want to have to start all over on your project. Okay, so I'm going to take that out of the way. I have my card base in Real Red. This is a standard size card base, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I just cut my designer series paper that no one is ever going to know was Valentine's Day themed. I cut that down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So it layers onto the card base. And I'm just going to put that on with, whoops, some fast views. You guys know I'm like obsessed with fast views now, but it is still tricky. You have to be careful and do that little check mark at the end to rip it off. You gotta use it for a while and get comfortable with it before you do fall in love. It was definitely a learning curve for me too, but now I'm hooked because it really does have such a strong hold. So I'm gonna lay that down with a border on all sides. And I think I was kind of thinking when I had this card in my mind that I was going to put this up on Stampin' Dimensionals, because you know I love using Stampin' Dimensionals, but I think that there's a lot of texture in that wreath, so I don't think it really needs it. Still undecided. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it down flat. I know, unusual. I rarely make a card without using Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm just going to put that just right up toward the top. It's really simple and really sweet. A fun idea to use up some of those leaves you have left over in your kit. Now you could keep going and step this up further. In the annual catalog, there is a stamp set actually that coordinates with that punch that I didn't use. To be honest, I don't have the coordinating stamp set. I do use that bow a ton just as it is, and you can too, but I can find, let's see, a page to show you. So it's called Hollyberry Happiness. So you've got a solid bow and an outline bow, a bunch of beautiful holly stamps, and some great Christmas sentiments. It really is an awesome stamp set, but you know, I want it all. I can't quite have it all. There's some project examples made with the set. So anyway, if you wanted to step it up, you could use that stamp set to also stamp on your bow. And it also has stamps for the holly berries. You could add little holly berries to your wreath. That would be really cute. I feel like glitter and sparkle steps up everything. So you could use some of our rhinestones or pearls on this, some of our ribbon, lots of different ways, but I like to keep it simple and sweet. So this is where I'm ending my card today. I hope you guys enjoyed making this card with me. I think it was a fun idea and I like the way it came out. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the other fun paper pumpkin cards I'm going to share using this kit. I have one more Christmas card idea in mind, so maybe that one will be up next. And don't forget about that paper pumpkin promotion going on right now. If you've never tried paper pumpkin before, now's the time to sign up. You can get your first kit for less than $10 when you use that promo code that's down in the description box below. And you sign up by September 10th, and that's going to get you in on September's kit, which I hear is going to have a fall themed. So I'm super excited about that. Fall has to be my favorite season. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching today. I know this video was kind of long, so thanks for hanging in there, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.